Hi there again, YouTube. This is the Magnus, bringing you another Total War Warhammer online ladder battle. But not just any battle. This one's a special one for me. It's actually my 200th win. So, it took me a little while to get there, but not too long. Rank 152, that's about as good as I've been ranked, so I guess I've been playing well as of late. And let's go ahead and pull up this replay. Not my best matchup from the standpoint that I took the vampire counts knowing he was going to play the dwarfs. Not really advantageous to me that much, but generally when people play the weaker factions, and when I say weaker, I think of dwarfs and chaos. Yeah, I'm competitive, but I also like to have fun, so I see it as a good chance to try something different or you know, kind of take a chance, I guess. So let's take a look at the composition. I've got 5 zombies, 3 Graveguard with great weapons, 3 Crypt Horrors, 2 White Kings mounted, and I've got Mannfred on his little fly mount, not the big one, because cannons and stuff like that the dwarfs tend to bring, you give them a big hitbox and you can take a big hurt. I also have 3 just standard black knights, and I'm putting them out here. If you look, he's corner camping, which, you know, as a dwarf, you really can't blame him. But I'm putting him here, and you'll notice he starts moving stuff around. He moves guns back, he moves other guys forward. And in the meantime, I'm pushing up, trying to get past this stupid rock. I hate these things on the maps. I understand why they're there, but I can't say I dig it. So what he's bringing over are 1 Slayer, and he's going to bring over a 2nd Slayer, which is smart. This is potentially a considerable threat to his army. I'm going to take the first shot here and try to draw first blood. He stayed, well, actually, he got the first shot. But here we go. Some magic missile action, and oh, lost half of his health there. So good clean shot on Thorgrim there. Still trying to get my guys in the position. Zombies are not the fastest moving guys, but you don't want to rush in. When you first start playing, at least for me, it was a big tendency of mine to say, okay, I'm getting shot at, freak out, overreact, and start jumping in there. But if you look, I'm not taking considerable damage. He's firing at a White King who's resistant to this kind of thing, and a very small target. He will adjust. My opponent does a good job of doing that. I shipped further over. I'm trying to lure these guys out as much as possible, away from the Crypt Horrors, maybe be able to work into their flank. Taking a look at it doesn't mean it's going to happen. He keeps moving around. Now finally he gets some of his range shooting, but I think, you know, for a while there he was a little confused. He was moving things, and with your range units, when they're moving, they're not shooting. Of course, unless they're missile cav. And you got to have those things shooting as much as you can. We didn't really take a look at his composition, but he's got Iron Breakers. He's got 2 of those. He's got 2 of the Slayers. He's got some Longbeards, a Runesmith. A Runesmith you should always have, by the way. Playing the dwarves, at least 1. I suggest 2. You notice he starts firing at the Graveguard. Great adjustment. You know, put some hurt on a unit that's, you know, of high threat. Shooting at the zombies or at the White King or whatever is really not going to get it done. I make 1 more shift over here as my line's coming together, and I'm going to take 1 more shot at Thorgrim before we start the engagement. If I can sneak it in, the Runesmith with his buffs and everything makes all of the dwarfs go from not cost effective. Almost none of their infantry is cost effective. I've done tons of testing. They're just not. With Runesmith present, suddenly they are. So you always want to have Runesmith with your infantry, so generally you're going to need about 2 of them. There's the 2nd shot at Thorgrim. Look at that. Almost no health. He's going to run. Okay? And here's where I make a mistake. And I make lots of them, so I'm sure you catch some of them. Oh, blasting charges. And the mistake I made is I assumed he ran. I assumed he's gone. So I just moved on from that. Send in the White King. I want them focusing on something they can't hurt much. Going to follow it up with Cav. He's going to catch some of them with the Slayers, which is really good for him. He's going to flank these guys with the Slayers, but I get a good clean charge. This White King, I send right into the organ gun because I want to get it to stop firing. He took a point-blank shot and just missed that. Here come up the Crypt Horrors into the Iron Breakers. This is a fight for the ages. You've got extremely offensive monsters against extremely defensive dwarfs. That's going to be one of the highlights of this fight. You can see it's going to go on for quite some time. Use the Cav to get into his Thunderers here. Don't want them popping off on all my guys. They're a big potential threat to my Crypt Horrors because they can shoot them pretty easily because they're big, fat, juicy, meaty targets. And they're butt ugly. I've got to say, the Crypt Horror is one of the ugliest things in this game. It's fantastic. I love the weapon. I love the model. I think Warhammer did a great job, and so did Creative Assembly in recreating that. Now, let's talk a little bit about the build while we watch the action, the battle going on. There's a lot of cycle charging going on from both sides. A lot of action. Mannfred over here cutting dwarves' heads off because that's what he likes doing. Now this is what I finally noticed. Oh, hey, Thorgrim's still on the field, dum-dum. So I'm going to try to rectify that by chucking one more set of missiles his way, and the whole crew goes down. A plume of red smoke. I don't know why they disappeared. That was weird. But yeah, so we take care of that. Now the idea with this build is, Graveguard with great weapons. Good for punching through armor. Now again, this is not an ideal build for against the dwarves. I just wanted to play it. 3 Crypt Horrors. You've got your 5 zombies. So you've got meat, and you've got you got stuff that can really put in a punch. And that's all pretty. In the Cav, it's all not complicated. Mannfred then, who I believe is the most versatile unit, guy, leader, whatever in the game, because he can heal. He can do direct damage and snipe. He's great in melee. I mean, he's an all-around BA all the way. So you can see he comes over here. He's going to put on Death Resurgent, and then he's also going to put down some healing. There we go. Didn't make a liar out of me. Invocation in the heck. And then he's going to go right back to picking on ranged units. And so with this build, what it lets you do is, as a newer player, you get a chance to really only have to micro a couple of units. Your cavalry, a little bit, your White Kings, a little bit, but really focus on using Mannfred. And that's going to get you used to the idea of playing with units that to get the maximum value from them, you're going to have to micro them. You're going to have to do things to get the most out of them. He can do so much. Just fantastic. And if you are playing the vampires and you do bring Mannfred, keep him alive, no matter what. Big tip there. Okay, so in the spirit of that, he was trying to chase him, so I get out of dodge. I do not want Slayers getting their grubby little dwarf hands on Mannfred. He's going to go over here. He's going to mess up some missiles again. Oh, dwarf heads. Watch it. Watch this. Check this out. Come on, take a nice swing. Anyway. Oh, just that guy's missing the head. That guy's missing the head. He's going to chase them off here. Over here, we looked at this early on. The Iron Breakers. Look at them. I mean, they've been slogging it out for how long now? A long time? Still alive. Crypt Horrors too, though. Just it looks like a lot of things are happening. There's blood, there's parts, but they're just grinding it out. From the balance bar, you can see things are definitely in my favor, but there's still a lot of time left. Sorry about that. The Runesmith, with his abilities and being well played here by my opponent, is just going to keep these guys alive for far longer than I like, which is, kudos to him. Well played. Mannfred's going to have to come back in. I thought about doing a little charge, and then I'm like, he's got full health, but I'd rather use him the buff again on Death Resurgent and then getting the heck going. Just being careful. Over here, things finally winding down, but still, the Iron Breakers are not giving up. They're only down 8 guys from the last time we checked, and that was a minute ago. He's going to get back into his cannon here and start firing into the blob. Great play there. Unfortunately, I noticed it almost immediately, and they get teed off on by some Crypt Horrors. That is just a fantastic animation. Just start slamming the bloody pulp out of the guy. Zombies flying everywhere, who cares? That's what they're for. Over here, the Slayers do not give up. They do not surrender. They do not yield. They will fight to the last dwarf. I almost said man. And, you know, when we look at the stats at the end of the game, you're going to be just really impressed with the work these guys put in. Fantastic job. Here, the Rune of Oath and Steel, 15 armor, plus the Rune of Negation, 44% damage resistance. Your base, you might as well be beating on a brick wall. Like, you're just not going to get anything through. And that is the value that the Runesmith brings. So, suggestion for the Dwarfs, Runesmith, at least one. I say bring 2. Spread them out so everybody gets coverage. And if you're playing the vampires, bring Mannfred, but keep him alive. Make sure he's the focus of your micro. You can dive in and hit guys. You can run right back out. He can heal, spike their leader. He's just going to bring a lot of value to it. Now I just want to get, you know, as we watch things wind down and watch the battle finish up here, I just want to say thanks for the people that have already subscribed and liking the videos and commenting. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are learning, having fun, enjoying the videos. I've got some really cool things coming up. One of the things is, not necessarily was a good thing for me, but somebody was using the Empire, and all I'm going to say is I was the Beastman, and it was going really well for me before combat even began. And my leader gets spiked, and 15 seconds later, even though almost all my guys are at full health or close to it and fighting, they all fled. So some sort of a glitch, somebody may be exploiting. I'm going to research it further, and then I'll show it to you guys. That way, you know, if it's coming your way, you'll know what's going on. And also, if I do believe it's glitch, which it almost has to be, I won't tell you guys how to do it because we don't want that out there. We don't need anything worse than the cheese that's out there in the community. But I will submit it to CA and see if we can't get that patched up because it really is unbelievable. So keep an eye out for that video. Keep an eye out for all my videos, I hope. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything from it, if you like the composition or you have thoughts on it, please like, please subscribe. Love to have you along. And if you have questions or suggestions or just want to talk about the game, because I freaking love it, just go ahead and put it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. So thanks again. We'll see you guys next time, and go out there and get some wins on that ladder.